Oh, my Lanta love, are you good?
Absolutely.
Holy moly.
It's Saturday.
It is Saturday. It's a Saturday, so I'm going to, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, there's the official Thinking of You We Are sticker from Molly's Place. A little collaboration of sorts. Thinking of You We Are.
Food line, orange seltzer, water.
Karen's on the clock and I am not. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, Karen's on the clock and I am not. Just because Whaleyville Wagon Tails. We got. I guess I am going to speak for you when I say we got to take what we can get when we can get it, right?
Yep.
So.
Yep. We have a golden retriever coming in. Apparently, he's a friendly fella. He's not neutered. He'll have a couple of girls to check out. No one's in heat, thankfully. So
Not that we know of.
No
Will Scoter ever go into heat?
I'm sure she will. Once your season starts, once your duck season starts and the training
slows down some, you think she will?
Yep. She'll be like hedging on 2 years of age.
Well, it's starting to freak me out because
my ear's itchy, sorry.
All right. It's starting to freak me out a little bit because I do have my, again, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, I do have my official map. It's not a map, but I just ripped a piece of paper. Anyway, what would you call that? The perforated. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on that subject. Anyway, it's it's not a map, but it is mapped out. That's what I wanted to say. It is mapped out. The hunt test season is coming up shortly here for us. Very
quickly, actually.
Yeah, and then I was really hoping through July she would have went into heat because it's going to suck if she goes in. You want a fly swatter?
No, I'm good.
It's going to suck if she goes into heat. I think I'm going to grab one here. You prepare yourself.
Sure.
So, amongst other things, we are in the outdoor studio.
Yep. Horse flies are giving us heck.
Well, I was just going to say though the house. I guess it was weird. Cut out on me. The common. Oh, you know what? I think it's me. I don't think I had this plugged in. Nope. Anyway, I'm going to call them common house flies. That's what we were overrun by them, right?
Oh, it was horrible.
Thankfully, they have left, but now we have horse flies. Those suckers bite. At least they're slow and you can kill them, but damn, if they get you.
Yeah, and they make me itchy for days.
So I am just finishing up. You did not travel an hour north up to Greenwood, Delaware, with me, but I just got back from the first State Retriever Club's July training day, and it was good.
Yeah,
it was good. It was. I text you and Geo.
G off.
Well, Jam. Gam has renamed him Geo.
Well, Gam can. I'm not.
Okay. How about this, Jeff and Paulie? I was texting along with that, and I text you too. That evidently, Scoter can sit for a triple. She can sit and watch 3 marks and not break. What was the other part?
Honored.
Yeah, I've done that in the past. This honor though, she wanted to go. She kind of course, maybe she would have because I did bump her with the collar when she did that, and I was setting her up. I mean, I was on her left, and to her right, in clear view, right in front of her, not right in front of her, but angled in front of her was the working dog. So, up there, yep. That's just precautionary.
Okay.
But I think I did have one on me. Horsefly. Yes, I don't know. She didn't go. She did get a little attention with the collar. But here's the deal: if that was a master hunt test, we would have. And I had the land blind was not up in between the marks. It was just outside the marks. Which that's about the thing I was most I won't say disappointed in, but I thought that she would have did a better job for me. In my mind, it was like 68 yards, 70 yards, and she should have lined that damn thing. 2 whistles, and she was there. So I mean, we definitely would have gotten called back to the water series. And then the water series itself, it was kind of a little bit of a shit show on my part and Scoter's part, and then she crept out a little bit, so I rehealed her. She went right, rehealed her Saturday and let her think about what it was. And center for the middle bird was the go bird. Center for, she went right to the area. I mean, like right to the piece, a little bit of cover, and she didn't come up with it. All of a sudden, the next thing I guess I had my whistle, but I was slow thinking because I thought I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, she's going to run back, and she ran over and picked up the hot blind. So that like set me off. We're using bumpers, so it wasn't a bird, but she's evidently over there. She could clearly see, a pile of. Still just getting a little bit of wind.
I know, because I'm turning my head.
We just turn the fan.
Feels so good.
Okay, then just you're fine. I'll try to deal with that later. Can you take and adjust it out?
I can do whatever you want.
Well, I meant more like to come back because now I can't hear you.
You can't?
Nope.
I can hear me.
Yeah, I'm like a 10 and you're 5.
All right. Where do you want me to put it then?
Normal.
Okay. There we go.
Thank you. Anyway, evidently she could really see the pile of bumpers there, and when she didn't, she left the area of the fall very quickly, went over and picked up the blind, and it was just... Anyway, brought her back in. I said, let's do it again, so we're training. It's good. She sees the marks, and I guess I just nicked her on sit. So come back, watch the marks again. I didn't correct her on the heel, the creeping that she was creeping. And she was a good, I don't know, there's probably a good yardstick,
Really?
Well, for her front feet to my front feet, sure. So, I mean, not her whole body was out, but definitely, like, I would have had to, like, if I was going to put my hand down on her, which I don't on the go bird, like, I would have had to been way out there. She was, or I would have had to step up. She was out there. So anyway, the second go round, I did nick her, and this time she kept her butt on the mat, and she just turned her head and watched everything, amazingly. Yeah, and you even said how much water work I've been doing with channel blinds, and she ended up cheating. She ended up cheating the one. It was water, but it was very dry. So there was, even when you got down into what would normally be water, it was dry. And she was, it was. I wanted it better from her. She was still halfway under the arc, but to me, she was cheating this little piece of dirt, little piece of shoreline. So I noted her here, come back through, thunder launcher went off again, and she took a really nice line to it. So, the blind was still there to run, but to me, man, she was hot.
Yeah.
A little bit of verbal pressure, collar pressure, and what was that 6 marks she did or attempted to do instead of 3, and yeah, I didn't want to push the issue and speak.
Was
please.
Because the water was so low? Was it like really sticky mud? Like, I'm kind of wondering why
I was really worried about that when I first looked. Especially, it's kind of a hard setup to describe, but basically it was a rectangular pond. If I'm looking out, there was a square pond, rectangular pond, and in the back of it a channel went out. So the one went into the channel, one went into kind of not in water on the rectangle side, but on land. And then to the far right, kind of that rectangle kind of continued, but it was a little. That's where the water structure actually lets the water out, so it kind of was more like a little bit of a channel area. But yeah, it was all dry. And my first thought of it looked really sticky. But at the same time, no, it wasn't. It was dry. 'Cause when she ran across, there was a trail of dust. So it was.
Wow.
I think it was more sand.
Proof he wants to go in.
Well. I think he's looking at me in the reflection. They do that. Should I do that real quick?
Yeah.
All right.
Or I can. All right, back.
Thank you. I appreciate that, as I enjoyed the remnants of a pretzel. But yes, I was concerned about, how about this? I was thinking they're going to step in it and go down a foot. It was not like that at all. If it was if it was sticky, it was a hard sticky, or it wasn't sticky very deep because they ran right across it. So.
Good.
But anyway, where am I going with this is Scoter has, in my opinion, she's been doing really well. Got her junior title in the spring, and Didn't have swim bys done yet, although I was kind of tempted to have that. The one senior test, I only had like 12 dogs in it. I was going to enter just for the shits and giggles, and I decided not to.
That's while I was away, right? That one?
Yes, it would have been. Yep. So I decided not to do that, which is probably wise. But I kind of questioned, like, man, will she be ready come September, second week of September? Will she be ready to do senior? Maybe it's my ego speaking, but shoot, man, I'm going to enter a master.
Yeah.
The first. Actually, it's First States. I can't remember the person, but it's like a memorial. It's named after somebody, which I can't remember right this minute. But it's a master and a double junior, double senior. So I think I'm going to, I guess we could say, triple staker. Going to do 2 seniors and a master.
Yeah, if you can, time wise.
So
figure it out.
Is a senior title that important?
No, not if she can gain a master. Not really.
Okay, so help me work through this. I don't have the. I do. Yep, I did write them down in my notes here. I have the price. So senior is. I don't have any masters down, but I know it's about $10 more. So let's say the first one at First State Retriever Clubs back at Greenwood, Joe Johnson's property. Evidently the junior is $90. The senior is $95, and I bet you the master is $105. Okay, so follow me. Help me with this. What is going on now? I don't know. Lightning, thunder, something. All right, let me focus. Is it? Let's say, in theory, a senior test is going to be easier than a master. It's only two series. Right. Master's going to be 3 series, right? If she, and again, I may just crash and burn, right? I mean,
it's always possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, in that master test, so maybe she can't do the work. I'm kind of leaning towards that she can.
Yeah. But
maybe she can't. That said, $95. Let's just round up, say $100. It's going to cost us, since she has a junior, it's going to cost us at least $400 to get a senior title. That's going to save us 1 master test, which is 110, something like that, right?
Right.
So the $400 spent to get senior, so that we don't have to do one less master. Real quick, if somebody's not following along with a KC Hunt test, a junior hunter, you need 4 qualifications to be, you need 4 ribbons to be a junior hunter. To be senior hunter, if you have...
Isn't it 3? Junior was 3?
Nope, 4.
I'm sorry.
Yep. If you have your junior, you only need 4 senior passes to get your senior title. If you do not have junior, then you need 5. And it's the same with master, that if you do not have your senior title, you need 6 passes, qualifications, and if you have your senior, you only need 5. So, but it's going to cost us at least $400 in entry fees to get that title, to save us 1 master. And again, in theory, the senior is going to be the easier test because, again, 2 series, a land double with a land blind, a water double with a water blind, a walk up, an honor, and that's the test. Where master's going to be 3 series. So
it's a easier, should be an easier route to get.
Except it's going to cost us $400.
Right.
Versus the extra. Well, and again, I'm not saying she's going to pass every master, right?
Right.
So master is 105, 110. That's $600 if we don't have senior. Plus, if she fails one of those tests, then we have to enter her again.
Yep.
So I don't know. You're good at money math, so you need to tell me.
I need a calculator.
Well, no, I'm just saying. That should be something about when you wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, you should start thinking about.
Well, I mean, like I said earlier today, you suggested that, you enter her in a master test. I mean, she'll pass or she'll fail. I think she'll pass. If you don't, then it's a good training tool for both of you.
All right, so to rewind, in case I was unclear, we're definitely entering her in the master at first states.
Yep.
And I'm going to, again, and we're going to both seniors, so spend a couple bucks.
Is it Saturday and Sunday? Like, is it senior on Saturday, master on Sunday, or how does that work?
No, I think they're on both. It's two, and they're on both the same day. But
Wow.
we're going to be there.
Yeah.
We have to be there Saturday and Sunday anyway. Well, in theory,
Because she's a junior.
No. Well, I haven't even talked about that one yet.
Okay.
But in theory, if she's going to get through the first and second series. So the third series is going to be the next day.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
All right. I wasn't sure how that worked.
I would think that we're going to, in my mind, I'm hoping that we're going to be there 2 days anyway.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So yes. So we got first date is September 14, 15. Then we got Keystone. That's a double. But that Keystone test does not have a master. So in theory, she could have in 2 weekends, she could have her title. Does that mean being a little cocky, I guess, right? September 21st. That's the 21st, 22nd. That's the double. And it's a double junior there, too. And then Talbot Retriever Club, I think that's going to be the Molly's anniversary set weekend, so that's out. And then the Poodle Club at Port Deposit, it's just a straight-up test. So master, senior, and junior. And then we have Susquehanna has a double. So double junior, double senior, and a master. And that's, if we really pushed it for the second, November 2nd, Molly gets married on the 1st, but there is a possibility we could do something. That'd be kind of probably really jammed up for us personally. So that's probably out. But then, if I want to go in between the splits of the duck season there, we can run down to Emporia, Virginia, and catch another test there too.
Okay.
So that's Scoter. Let me rewind a second and say, I told you this today, where I guess maybe it's just the way I look at things. Other people say, it's just they would it's training. Their dogs, they're all going to get better. Well, again, at the end of her junior run there of four passes, I'm like, man, I don't know. She, senior hunter, that's out there a ways, especially since I'd done the swim bys. But now, again, like I said, I feel like she's going to pass a master. I don't know. Maybe she won't. Is that me being cocky? What would that be? How about just me being very sure to myself? Because I'm not like throwing it in people's face or anything, or I'm not dancing around.
No, it's just confidence.
I'm confident on it. Yeah. The cockiness or arrogance would be, I guess, how I carried myself around that.
Betrayed, or no, she's gonna go out there and she's gonna kill it.
No, she's a dog. I mean, we sat there today, amongst the group talking while watching the other dogs run. I mean, they're dogs, right? So any given day, something can happen. Something, whatever. Something catches their attention. The geese were flying around today up there pretty heavily, so like the dogs are kind of, being dogs and looking off into the distance and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, then that brings us to: are we going to have any titled junior hunters before November 1st? That's a big question mark.
That's the big question.
That's a big question mark.
Yep.
But kind of like the same thing, where like I didn't think Scoter was going to be as long as what she is, and she is, right? So I think once we get these guys in, when can I officially start force fetching? When can I officially start holding? I won't put any force to it if they're teeth.
Your rule, if you're asking me, but I'm just referring back to you. Your rule is, once they're finished teething, and we're kind of getting close.
Yeah, but I'm kind of chomping at the bit. I could get them up on the table and start with a hand in the mouth.
Yeah.
Because that's not on her teeth. It's just their tongue.
Yeah, they've got to get used to the table anyway. Yeah, that's going to be a distraction in itself.
All right. Well, maybe they'll come along really, really quickly. I don't know. The other thing is that, something you and I had conversation, not at depth, but I don't know if you were, I was definitely serious about. It's a serious subject, so I'm very serious about it. The mash dog. Because I know how you feel. I still think that, when she grows, and I bring this back to Diamond. Diamond was a 3-legged dog at 6, 7 months old, 8 months old. She truly walked around on 3 legs. She did not use her 4th leg. I would say, if I had it's been so long ago, I would say it was her left rear that she did not use. Anyway, a rear leg she did not use. And I still kind of think she's going to cycle through, but you know, regardless, we're going to force fetch her. She's just not going to maybe get everything that the Proof and Elmer T are going to get.
Right.
As far as yard work. So we'll just kind of slow down. And then another big question. What? What was that?
I don't know. To me, I know there's another big question. I want to hear what your big question is.
Oh, my Lord. I was going to bring up the Rye dog.
Oh, okay. That question.
Yeah. Then what do we do there? Because I have said that when the pups start going back to the pile, Scoter's going back. Excuse me. Rye's going to go back to the pile. And they're all going to do it at the same time. Maybe Mash won't.
Right.
But at least Elmer T, Proof, and Scoter's. I keep saying Scoter. Rye's going to do it. Rye's going to do it at the same time. So.
Yep.
What's the big question that I didn't ask? That there's evidently a big question out there.
Oh no, just the other little issue we're having with them. With the boys.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. I believe that is going to resolve.
Okay, so let's just talk about that now.
Okay.
I know better. Like it's a double-edged sword. I definitely want to throw marks for them. I want them to swim, and Proof and Elmer maybe more than Proof now are just total assholes. Huh? Oh my.
I kind of like their enthusiasm.
Well, I'm telling you this, them swimming across the pond to get the bumper and barking the whole time at it, that's not good. That is not good. It's not a positive thing. And they're very excited, yeah, but it's something I don't want to try to nurture that in them and to eventually they're going to have to get their butts kicked over this.
Yeah. Well, you sent me that link for, was it Lone Ducks?
Yes, Bob Owens' podcast.
Yeah, which I haven't listened to yet, but just kind of see what they say on it. But I don't know. I said to you earlier, I kind of think once we actually start the training, maybe refocus them a little bit on what they're supposed to be doing and not mouthing off. I kind of think it might. I don't know.
Well, the mouthing off, it's not as bad. So here's the fine details of this. With Proof, first off, his swimming is still not good. Like he's not a smooth swimmer.
Because these things are too big.
Okay. And
like bear claws.
So here, I'm going to go off on a topic. Tangent. Not a topic, but a tangent. What's my new saying?
I don't know.
I've never owned a horse before.
Proof is huge.
I've ridden horses, but I've never owned a horse. Just saying. I like him. He's a good dog. Yeah.
He just doesn't have full control of his faculties yet.
Yeah, so I think that's part of his vocalness. And the other thing is he just can't get there fast enough. So to combat that, I still want him to swim. So what do? I shorten up the swims for him. So, and he, thanks to you, he does sit. When I tell him to sit, now yes, I have a tab on him, so it's not like he's not like Scoter, right? But he does understand the command sit. Yes, I am holding him before I send him. But I don't make this. So I'll back up a little bit so he runs more. He has a really nice entry. Like he enters with authority. Just that he still maybe doesn't swim super good. I think I'm going to take up for him a little bit because of and I wanted to say, is it going to rain?
It's supposed to.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
But our lack of rain, the pond situation, just like I said up at the Greenwood, the pond situation is bad. So I'm believing that because he is a horse and he does have long legs, I think part of his problem is quite often he can touch the bottom.
Yeah.
Definitely with his backs. Then that gets him. He does. Gets his stroke on.
Well, I think he has kind of taken after his mother a little bit, where she looked like a pathetic swimmer too initially, but now she's killer.
No, each day that I go, I'm not really training her. More or less, as you would say, make her happy.
Just exercising.
Yeah, just to make her happy. Yeah.
we owe Rye a lot. We still feel like we owe Rye a lot.
100%. But yeah, she gets her daily swim in, and yeah, she's got a nice strong swim. She has a big time entry.
Yeah, she should have been a dog.
Yeah, Scoter doesn't have that entry yet. I'm not sure she will, which is fine. It's not.
She's improved a lot though.
Yes,
since her first junior, she had to the water entry.
I talked about
she just
that today.
Tiptoed down to the edge and just kind of got it.
It was pathetic. I told the guy I said, man, I was totally embarrassed by that. But she passed. So, yes, the puppies. We were talking about that second issue, or the big question about being a little bit vocal. So that's Proof's issue, that he just can't get there fast enough. That's really what it is. He can't get there fast enough, and he gets, would you say, frustrated? He gets anxious. Whatever he does, whatever the emotion in him.
Overly eager.
That he just can't get there quick enough, so he starts to bark a little bit.
But he retrieves it and he brings it back.
Yes, he does. On the flip side, which is just more of an obedience thing, Elmer is just an asshole.
But between the three of them, when we were playing bumpers in the yard,
he was the best.
Well, yeah, he was, but he always had the inclination. He was the one, if you remember, with the rope. He was the one that you had to put the rope on.
Yeah.
A month or two ago.
So this is my, and I've stopped taking him because this definitely needs to stop, and with something definitely I don't want to.
Right.
Promote,
Encourage.
Nurture, promote. He'll get it. He gets the bumper. Man's best bumper, Gunner, the Gunner bumpers, which he loves.
Truly.
The great bumpers. He gets it, and then he just runs around the van. He just runs everywhere, and he barks while he has it in his mouth. And that just I've turned over a new leaf as far as dog training goes, because of what I did way back in the day with Coot, and then what current day training methods and ideology is. I have gotten mad at Scoter somewhere along this way. It probably was when we did swim by, and I just took a deep breath. I walked away from it. And no. I remember it was July 4th. Remember, I came back and I said I felt ill.
Oh yeah.
Right, and it was trying to run channel blinds with her. And
yeah, you were dejected. You were almost depressed.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible, just because I thought she should be doing better than what she did for me that day. And I got to say, I did get angry at her. I didn't act on the anger on her. Didn't take it out on her, but I was definitely angry. Like my day was ruined.
Yeah.
And again, like listening to everything. All I do is constantly. Yeah, pretty much constantly. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm listening to how people train. I'm listening to how older people train, older than me. And it's the whole the concept and that theme and process always comes back is, does the dog understand the task at hand? Has the dog been taught? And I was like, you know what? I'm over her head, so I'm going to reel this back. So trying to do these channel blinds, basically, is where I had that bad day, my personal bad day with her. I mean, I make it freaking crystal clear. The other day, she went 302 yards. I didn't blow a whistle because why? At the end of 302 yards, there's a white bucket on a pole with a white bumper. So it was freaking crystal clear. She went right down. She did an angled entry, went down the first channel, opened up into the big water, and then the channel that was the mainland. I'm calling that a channel. And then it opened up a little bit bigger water again and went right to the bumper. So, I try to do that with the puppies, and freaking Elmer I just feel it. It just wells up in me. He's running around one day I was like, "Fuck you, dude! I just want to get in the T350 and drive away because you're just being a fucking asshole."
He's microchipped.
He wouldn't come back to me. I was just like, "Fuck you, man! I'm leaving." I wouldn't run him over.
I think Jeff forgets that Scoter did the same thing. She was horrible. She frustrated me.
Not like that.
Well, to me, she did. Because out here in the yard, when I'm trying to control everyone with all these borders, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
Love, this is the Pitboss Podcast, brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Fuel your adventure at Molly's, mymollys.com, MYMOLLYS.com. I don't know any good sales they have coming up anytime soon. We're in July, August. anniversary sale is going to be in September. So I guess they'll be getting all new inventory in for the fall season. And that's what's going to happen. So we thank everyone at Molly's Place Sporting Goods, mymolly's.com. I was going to say secondly, but I'm not ranking anybody, and just this is just the order. Crabs to go. I was about to say second, but it's not second.
No,
because there's no particular order. But go speak.
No, I made a comment on a Facebook post. It was something like Ocean City Foodies or something,
Yep.
and people wanting
They
to
want
know
to carry out crabs.
Yep, where the best crabs. I tell you, my son was down. I insisted on paying. My son wanted to pay, but he wanted to get jumbos. Yeah, which I was kind of freaking out about the price. But I tell you, it was freaking worth it. It was. I don't know that I'm going to get anything other than now, but they were so good. Agreed.
I'm not want to get off the topic of crabs to go, but I won't say the establishment in Ocean City, in West Ocean City. I can remember the last time and this has been years ago because I don't do it anymore. But all you can eat crabs, they were just freaking paper junk crabs, light. And I even asked, I said, "Good look, could you just bring me 6 good crabs out, and I'll stop eating. Just give me these things are freaking paper. They're when I say paper, the shells are they've just came out, they've molted, they've sloughed, and now they're hard crabs again. And they're not full inside.
Yeah.
Right. And just kind of junky crabs. And but yeah, I would. Yeah, money's money for sure. But yeah, it's nice. It's more about the quality, right?
Yep, absolutely.
The quality versus the quantity. So.
Yeah, the meat. They actually showed us the crabs before they steamed them, but they were obviously alive, but they were heavy too.
Yep, crabs to go. You thought of me that day too, love. I did get two of those 2 crabs somehow, and you brought home a pound of the shrimp. So we love their steamed shrimp.
Delicious.
We got to do the Breakfast of Champions sometime soon. Except, I really am on my weight loss kick.
He's doing a good job too.
I'm really trying to toe the line and do the right thing. So the oyster, I don't know. The Breakfast of Champions is pushing a little bit, but all right. I'm rambling too much. Crabs to go. Crabs2go.com. Easily found on routes 589 and let me back up. It's Route 50 and routes 589 in Berlin. So Crabs to go. Thank you very much. Up next, it is Man's Best Kennel as well as Man's Best Bumper. Gunner Kennels, gunner.com. And I can tell you this. We use their food bowls all the time now, right? Yep. If you purchase to the end of the month, end of July, 2024, if you purchase a food bowl, you get free laser engraving.
That's cool.
So the bowls are nice. I don't know exactly what material they're made of 100%. I'm going to say
it's like the kennel.
Yeah, I want to say plastic, but that's plastic sounds cheap, so I don't want to. They're not a cheap product.
No,
but it's a polymer. How about that? That sounds better than plastic. It's a polymer material. Comes with that what do you call it? The push top. Yep. Seals it up nice. And if you purchase before the end of the month, July 2024, you get free laser engraving. So. We appreciate everyone at Gunner Kennels. The Gunner Kennels got used today. Actually, we talked about that a little bit at the training day.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That topic came up. We talked about them. So.
Yep. No, we love it. Love the kennels.
Yep. So it is gunner.com, Gunner Kennels. Guys, thank you very much. I'm stuttering. Thank you very much. It is Man's Best Kennel as well as Man's Best Bumper. Steve Hoover, duckwaterboats.com, all the way from New Philadelphia, Ohio. Evidently, there's a new 28 being built in the area. Or not being built in the area, but there's a new 28 that's being built that's going to come into the area. And Steve is... We have one of the world's largest duck boats currently, and Steve says there's going to be a bigger one. So we've already talked about this. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to say putting it out there that it's there. Ours is going to have twin 200s.
No, we already have a single on ours.
Ours, no, the new one is going to have twin 200s on it.
That won't be ours then.
Well, it is going to be ours. No, duckwaterboats.com, punishing the docks and rocks. Steve Hoover, thank you very much. New Philadelphia, Ohio. Duck Blind Bistro.
Yum.
It is the ultimate outdoor oven.
Because it's so darn easy.
It is. It truly is. duckblindbistro.com. I know that they're gearing up for this coming. Well, if I say this coming weekend, does that mean this weekend or the next weekend?
That would be next weekend by the time this is released.
This coming weekend is, I think I had a horse fly on my big toe. This coming weekend is the Delta Waterfowl Expo, and they will be there in full force, probably doing like they did last year, where they're doing demonstrations. I lost track of it for a second. Something just went buzzing across there, and like I was like, Duckline Bistro, Duckwater Expo. Fuck.
Squad Fest thing you thinking about?
No. I was thinking about whatever shot across, but I just said Duck Fest. It's Delta Waterfowl's Expo.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Are they giving out samples of whatever they cook?
Yes. And they said last year that whenever that was like the immediate seller. Like as soon as somebody tasted something out, they're like, "Yep, I'll take one. Yep, give me. Yep, I'll take 2 of those things, please."
It's easier than cooking them in the oven.
It really is. We appreciate Duck Blind Bistro, duckblindbistro.com. It is the ultimate outdoor oven. You mentioned Squad Fest, which is going on right now today.
I saw some posts about it.
Yes.
Because who's there?
Dirty Duck Coffee.
Yep.
If your coffee sucks, it ain't the duck. So Dirty Duck Coffee is currently yesterday and today at Squad Fest in Dive Bomb Squad Fest in Missouri, St. Louis.
It's good coffee.
Just outside St. Louis.
If you like coffee, it's worth a try.
100%. And they will be at Delta Waterfowl's Expo next weekend. So
can we plan on doing that one year?
Well,
both of them?
the initial, yes, 100%.
That would be cool.
Was it right after COVID? The first year that Delta Waterfowl's Expo, it was on our radar for like over a year. I even reached out to Chris Williams, like, "Hey man, like, is this open to the public?" When I saw a little press release about it, "Is this open to the public?" And he said, "Oh yeah, man." It was in Little Rock. "Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, we're going to do it," and we didn't do it. And then the same thing about Squad Fest. First, like we should actually go be a vendor at Squad Fest. And they were like, "Well, let's just go out and enjoy, have a nice little trip of it," and then we never did that. So it looks like the weather cooperated for Dirty Duck Coffee this year. Last year it was like a freaking microburst, something, and everything blew away, and it was not nice in Southwest St. Louis. So we appreciate DirtyDuckCoffee.com. If your coffee sucks, it ain't the duck. Goes by a Worcester County deputy. Next up is Turtlebox Audio. Turtleboxaudio.com. I still say that their tagline, instead of live loud, it should be the ultimate Bluetooth speaker. The white one, the Gen 2, is actually its new home, which it has not left the carving room. What am I calling that? The carving room or the decoy shop? The decoy room.
I call it the carving room.
Carving room. Anyway, whatever the room is called, that's where it stays. If you have not, if Google or just jump on social media, Turtlebox is everywhere, so check them out. Turtleboxaudio.com. We love ours.
What do they retail for?
I'm going to say $359.
I was thinking about $300.
Yeah, I think $359. I think that if you do the old school Bottomland Mossy Oak Camo, I think it might be $20 more. But it's just a straight up color. I believe I could be wrong. Maybe it's $329, and the $359 is the camo version. But yes,
not horrible.
No. Turtleboxaudio.com, guys. Thank you very much. Whaleyville Wagon Tails, which we probably are pretty. I can't really have everything is used. All right, we're at 3. Is that correct? 3:30.
3:33.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Well, you said 4 o'clock, so we got a little bit more time.
Yep.
But Whaleyville Wagon Tails. I think that has this year up to this point, has this year been slower than last year?
A little bit. We had it was a little busy like this past week. We had 11, including our 6, but we had 11 here on Friday.
Love, you're a saint.
It was busy. It was busy, but it was fun too. So yeah, we're having a good time, and summer's not over yet, so getting requests almost daily.
Well, where I was going to go with this is if you did say, you kind of said, yeah, it's a little bit slower maybe.
Yeah.
But like Ocean City in general, I've been hearing
Yes.
like I don't, not that people aren't here, but people spending money is less.
Yep.
Right.
Definitely. Like there's the one lady I talked to. They own a couple of properties for Airbnb. They haven't been getting bookings that they used to. So it's not just services as such as like jet skis and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, restaurants were complaining a bit that they weren't seeing the same head count. So yeah, I think the country's kind of feeling the pinch overall.
I hit the button so you wouldn't hear me chew that pretzel.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what I was thinking that of. If you were going to say it was slow, other people have said this year, has been slower, and we're getting close to being through July. Whaleyville Wagon Tails, that looks like storm right there, love.
Yay, we need rain.
Yeah, we do. We really do. All right, up next, this is last, and definitely self-serving promotional, whatever word you want to use, is Pitboss Waterfowl. I have 1 day left.
That's crazy.
And I've talked in the past 2 days, I've talked to 3 people about this one last day. So the last day may be gone, but it's October 16th. It's a Tuesday. But let's move on from that. And we have the calendar open for the 2025-26 season. The Maryland 60-day duck season, which I say it all the time, but just in case you don't know or have not heard me say it, there is no more special sea duck season in the Atlantic Flyway. So whatever state you're in, I have to say in twice. Whatever state that you are targeting ducks and sea ducks, I'm going to say in again. Anyway, whatever duck seasons, what I'm trying to say is whatever duck seasons open in whatever state that you happen to be in, that's when you can shoot sea ducks. There's no more special sea duck season. So.
Yep.
I told somebody
It's
yesterday.
when did that start? Last year or the year before?
Oh, no, love.
It was 2 years ago?
I was going to say this is the 3rd year.
Really?
Well, the 5 years was the reduced special sea duck season from 107 days to only 60.
Yeah,
which the bag limit dropped. And then and this may even be in the 4th year, definitely the 3rd year.
Okay.
So, but yes, Pitboss Waterfowl. If you want to come shoot sea ducks in Maryland with me, we would love to take you. And hopefully, if we get our shit together, Karen will be you have the possibility of Karen being your host right here at PBHQ, Pitboss World Headquarters.
Just waiting to win that lotto.
All right.
Oh, we heard that a friend possibly up in Canada.
I was going to start that. I was going to go down that path, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to.
I started it, so.
Because Duke did bite his foot.
Well, I wasn't going to give specifics.
Oh, well, I'm saying Duke did bite his
friend
foot.
in Canada possibly won $500,000 on a scratch-off. What the heck? We've been winning $5 and $10. We were breaking even there. Now we're down $5.
I am chewing this pretzel. But you are correct. Now, for us, love, you got to take in consideration the $500,000 is CDA or CAD.
Yeah, but it's all relative, right? That's where they live.
Yeah. Not U.S. numbers, but still. I'm not greedy. We do. Maybe I shouldn't admit it, but we do play lottery.
Yeah. Got to be in it to win it.
I don't need to win the millions and billions.
No.
I'd be happy with $10,000.
Yeah.
$50,000.
Yep.
$100,000.
Yeah.
All right.
All sounds good to me.
Enough of that. Speaking of that, I'm not greedy. It's been a topic. Well, I'm going to fold this back into dogs. Love, I still need a half on all age point.
You get it.
Well, at the current moment, the Scoter dog is that dog that's going to do it for us.
You need this barometer of confidence. You're like, not feeling confident, very confident.
Well, the last years I was feeling super confident. And then, the water, again, I'm not going to go back through all that, but that was just it was just a little bit of a shit show.
It's okay.
Scoter is doing really well. Again, she did that 300. It was a white bucket, blind, yes, but it was 302 yards, nice angled entry. Where's that sound coming from?
I don't know.
That's
Sounds
weird.
like an old phone or something.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. The blind first was 195. Was not an angled entry, but a nice swim across the pond. She didn't give me any BS. You know, she ran hard. When I say BS, her BS is going to be that she runs. So I was doing everything right at shoreline. That's where we start this, right? Again, back to the thing about teaching. So I'm trying not to make this as difficult as I want to make it, so I'm going to simplify. So I walk down to the shoreline so it's crystal clear, clean cut that she needs to get in the water. Down a channel, down the shoreline, whatever. But most recently, I've been trying to run everything off of the levee. I'm not going to call it a dike. The levee road, which has got to be elevated. I bet you it's probably a good, currently, especially with the water being low, I bet you it's 15 feet above the elevation. Elevated, you know, the elevation from where I start her to the water elevation, that's got to be a change of 15 feet, right?
Yeah, at least.
But when I say BS, sometimes she just doesn't, you know, again, we're on yesterday was day 16 of running water blinds. It's specifically like channel type blinds where she's in the water the entire time. Swim past the point, swim down the channel, you know, stay in the water. That's where I'm at right now, trying just to nurture that in her, that yes, please stay in the water. So when I say BS-ish, you know, sometimes she, in the past 16 days, she might not run hard on. So as let me stop, rewind. So I'm at the shore. Maybe I'm halfway between the shore and the water. Now I'm like, it's a 50, 60, 70, depending on where I'm at there, 50 plus, easy. It's 50 to 75 yards that she's going to run on land before she enters the water. And sometimes when I say if it's kind of BS, she's bullshitting around a little bit. You know, when she runs, her tail's up. It's almost like she's kind of hunting as she, you know, she's not taking a good line. She's kind of doing this little
indecisive kind of thing.
not avoiding the water, but like, is there something between here and the water that I need to pick up? So hence forthwith, that's why at 302 yards there was a white bumper along with the white bucket on the orange stake. But the line that I ran before that to the left, it was on 195, and again she just went down there, hit the water nice, and just boogied on across with no BS at all. So Paulie did send me a Bill Hillman video on, like, I think it was, I'm stuttering. Bill Hillman calls it the 7 bumper drill.
Yeah.
And it's kind of these, you go down the shoreline, put 7 bumpers out. You almost need like a 90-degree corner. I don't have a 90-degree corner, so I'm using kind of these, like more of a little bit of a circular kind of look. But anyway, basically it's just angled, these angle entries going to the bumper. You pick the farthest one up. She has to swim past all the other ones, pick the furthest one up. And as we came back, I started moving to so all the bumpers on the left. I mean, for those who are trying to understand me, maybe nobody's trying to understand me, but.
Can you put up a little picture when you do it?
Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble. Because I love map marks, and I do have it on the map marks. But the 2 longest ones were, so the bumpers are to my left, Scoter's left, and they go down a shoreline. So the furthest ones, I chose the line that I wanted to be not, forget about cheating, like I want her, that she has to look and see these bumpers to her left shoulder, left side as she goes down to get the furthest one. And I honestly, the first time I sent her for the long one, first time I did the drill, I had to blow the whistle and cast her because she was taking her perfect line to go to that bumper, and then she's like, oh, wait a second, here's one right here. And she caved in to pick it up, cast, blew, cast, and she was fine. But as they start getting closer to her, then I move to the right, which again, the piece of water that I'm on, it changes the angle up. Exactly. So, but I was, instead of 7 bumpers, I was only doing 4. But I definitely want to revisit that. And there's just it's dog training, right? So it's very repetitive. I've always told people this 20 years ago or yesterday. 10 minutes a day is better than 2 hours on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's just small bits of incremental. Is that the right word? Incremental bits that are very short. So
yeah,
do 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. There's your 10 minutes, or do 1 10-minute session. When it's not like it is right now, as far as being hot and humid, yeah, you can double up, I think, especially with drills. But
She's doing good. It's paying off.
she's doing really good. So we just need to figure that out. What our mode of attack is as I sit here and look at the mapped out version of the hunt test. So I don't know. Lots of questions. Oh, you know what I wanted to say? As I drove home, I thought about this. I'm back basically into the life that I was when I first ever met you. Way back in the day.
With Coot.
Yep, and I even thought about it at Hickory Vet. It was even the old rooms.
Yeah, yeah. When we not in a romantic way, but when we first just initially met.
No, I don't. Why did you need to say that?
Because to me, it was when we met.
Oh, when we met? Oh no. Did I say when I knew of you?
Okay.
You know what? That's what I was thinking, but I did say when we met.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, the first time that we were in each other's presence.
Yeah.
That was man. All I did was dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I did other things, obviously guide and whatever else, but had the topper on the truck. Dogs daily.
Yep.
Train. Dogs.
Photography, dogs,
Yeah.
and
Ducks, dogs, and decoys. Though. Yeah.
It's the truth.
And
And now he's just dogs, and occasionally decoys.
well, yeah. Fred West, he texted me as I was driving home and asked about how the Scoter are coming. And like, man, the last 3 days, I've been distracted.
Yeah.
Yesterday, pretty much, I told him, I said, Gam, after 53 days, Gam came home yesterday, and that pretty much ate up my, freaking left twice, had to leave the house twice. That was, well, I'm not going to get into that. Very, it was time consuming.
Yep.
So it is what it is. It's all good. But yeah, Scoter I'm now going down a decoy tangent. Yes, what I wanted to say was it's kind of come full circle a little bit where now I am back into, would you say the dog world? Mm-hmm. The lab, the retriever, the AKC world.
You got enough dogs to call it the dog world.
Well, but I meant more of like with training, tests,
Yes.
and trials, right?
Yep. Yeah, which is, it's just fun. We enjoy it. I love just watching the dogs work.
And you remind me of this, but I definitely thought about this too. Is like this is something that it does not make us money.
No, that's the killer part.
Well, the actual killer part is that it costs us money. I saw a little factoid the other day of if your dog lives to be 12 years old, maybe it was 14 years old. I don't know. Let's say, I'll say 12. Mm-hmm. How much does that dog cost you? Mm-hmm. And you were like, you thought about it. You said $25,000. Mm-hmm. I was like, nope. The thing I saw said 30.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Definitely not cheap. You want to, keep them happy and healthy.
What would you like to say, love?
I am watching the clock because I do have a drop-off coming up here shortly. Yep. They're going to be calling, hopefully.
About 10 minutes.
Yep, got to lock up our Duca boy, our guard dog.
Hey, speaking of that, real quick, shameless plug, go to pitbosswaterfowl.com, pitbosswaterfowl.com, click on shop, and use code DUKA, D-U-K-A, HAT, H-A-T, 20, and get 20% off any of our hats that are online. So,
Yep.
all right.
They're nice hats.
All right, I'm going to end it then. Love,
Richardson's, right?
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah.
The one run is not. Outdoor caps. The one run is outdoor caps because that's what my visor's outdoor cap. All right, I'm going to end this then real quick. This is the Pitboss Podcast. Love, thank you very much. I love you. Appreciate you always playing along with what we do. But this is the Pitboss Waterfowl. No, this is the Pitboss Podcast. I won't say it's the you.
Waterfowl.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know. Did we switch it up?
Yeah. No, any place you see it, it says Pitboss Podcast.
Okay.
All right. Brought to you by, the title sponsor is Molly's Place Sporting Goods, mymollys.com. Crabs to Go, crabstogo.com. Gunner Kennels, gunner.com. Duckwater Boats, duckwaterboats.com. Duck Blind Bistro, duckblindbistro.com. Turtle Box, turtleboxaudio.com. Dirty Duck Coffee, dirtyduckcoffee.com. Whaleyville Wagon Tails, and Pitboss Waterfowl. pitbosswaterfowl.com. I don't know what episode this is, love, but I enjoy doing these because I just love to talk. I love to ramble.
You have a lot to say.
I don't know if it's good or not, but all right. We done?
I need to be.
All right. As always, thinking of you, we are. Boom. Salute.